And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone. We'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Mike, 45. Here we go. Safe. Check, nickel. Check. Eight. Joker. I get it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch out. Gun. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
49, check 49.
Check 31.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch time. 8. We got 4. Watch 12.
Back to throw, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's go.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Ready.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Check safety. And we're going 37's to Mike.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you.
They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Ryan. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way out to the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, ready. Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the 39, Ryan hit and lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Even. 4 down. Even. Check the backer. 20. Come. Switch.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. That burst good for 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
45. Hey. Check. Shift. Alert flare. Kill. Hey. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go. Look at it. 37. Ready? Bang. Back. Wide. Get wide. Ready?
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Hey, all day, baby. Get nowhere. Going nowhere.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Record. Tighten up. Undercrunch. 20. Shit. 37.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
A lot depend on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Double tight. Out. 5 down. Stand up in it. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 98. Ready?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Let's go one more.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
On first down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ryan got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Ready. You ready?
54 Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21.
A gain of 29 yards. First down Atlanta.
Ready. You ready?
Mike's 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack, Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This looks like a free play for Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shit.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the out. Check 43. Kill. 8. 15.
Here's Anderson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Crunch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Showing up. Check 4. Watch twist.
From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Step 180. Great. That's what I do.
Out of the gun, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers they widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's do this.
We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan will set up the screen for Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. spinning away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check your hot read.
Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
From the gun, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me the eye.
Ryan gets it off to Freeman. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
All day, baby, all day.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Newton on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
You better bring it.
Throwing again, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Ryan looking deep for Julio. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
20. 45 to Mike. Here we go. 45. Mike, 45.
To throw again. Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Falcons grab it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ready, Blue 80. 59. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Hey, Blue 80. Hey, here I come.
They toss to Freeman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. It's a Carolina 1st down and a gain of 16. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Check 3. 8.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Ready? Check 180. Check 45 to Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Check.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Ryan. They will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. It's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action. It's Ryan. And that's caught inside the 35. And is that Jones, the one slow to get up? Yes, Julio's still down right now. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun. Ryan got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check. Lucky. Slam. Check 26, check 26. Watch safety creep. Watch
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
He don't want it. He's coming. We got double up.
Check.
20.
He's checking.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check. Sponge. No. Kill. Turn it up.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
45. That's the pass. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Gun.
Check 45 the mic. Check 45 the mic. That's right. Switch.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Great.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike, 45. Watch the screen. 45 the mic.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 3. Alert 3.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line is executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing again. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Play action. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's...
And I think the ball's out.
Oh, yeah. Retains possession.
Mike, 45. Now watch one. Check, nickel. Check. Jam. Joker. Hey! No.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest. And they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 49.
Check 31.
They will run with Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready? Look, 80. Check 45 to Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Newton. Screenplay, Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is,
he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
This is taken at the 15.
Keep playing hard.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 20. Check 24. Check 24.
He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Carolina, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.